Inspiration ignites an invisible channel that opens between machine and soul. Fingers become mere extensions, hands only servants to a vast silent source, unseen yet irrefutable. I let go and lose any separate identity from this infinite fountain that pours a river of heaven through me. We merge like the star, whose golden cups paint the universe. Her creation absolves time. Now, emerging from conscious undercurrent, art is born.
Hey, it's Dan again, and you're on Emergence, where we speak to artists and poets live. We get a chance to talk to the artist himself. I've got a guest today. He's an artist, met through DeviantArt. He does kind of like a 70s style artwork. Kind of reminds me of the Beatles, Yellow Submarine, things like that. A lot of it looks political, and I really enjoy his sense of humor and his artwork. And his name is, I just found out today, his name is David. David, are you online there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, it's great to speak to you.
Glad to be here with you, Dan.
Well, thank you. Where is it you live exactly? Is it South Carolina? Is that what I was reading?
Yes, I'm in South Carolina, in Lexington, South Carolina.
How's the weather over there?
Oh, it's a little bit chilly. It's chilly today. I think it got up to about 54.
54, oh my goodness. Yeah, I thought it was cold over here. Yeah, I think we did about 70 degrees over here today. Anyway, like how long have you been practicing your artwork?
Well, it's something I did as a child and through high school, and then somewhere along the line you get caught up in life and you forget about what life is really about, and then you slowly start returning and then finding the joy that I did have in art years past. So I've been back at it for, I don't know, 10 years maybe.
Wow. You mentioned high school when we were talking online earlier, something about studying in high school. What was it, 4 out of 6 periods?
Yes. I had 4 periods of the day. I had an art class of six classes, and all I needed was, for that last year, I needed history and English, and I was terrible at both of them. And so the rest of the day I filled up with art classes and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Was it all the same teacher or different?
Oh, yeah. And the sad thing about it is today that's where the funding gets cut first, is in the art departments. I know that.
Yeah, and it's not, we grew up around the same time. I noticed your age online, and I'm about exactly the same age as you. And high school was a lot different back then. And my art teacher was really something else. He had a big afro, and he wore peace symbols and all this kind of stuff. He was really kind of a hippie. As a matter of fact, I think I remember him wearing bell bottoms.
Well, I remember wearing bell bottoms, tie-dye T-shirts, and I still wear tie-dye T-shirts, but I don't know that I would look right in bell bottoms these days.
Yeah, that's right. So
one of the things that I thoroughly enjoyed in art in high school was it was just an opportunity to just explore. We had so much to look at back then. Today, when you buy a CD, even if you get the CD, if you buy it online, you don't even have that. But back then, we had the big album covers, and they were just full of art, and it was a great inspiration, I think.
Do you see yourself as a psychedelic type artist?
I think so. I love the bright colors and different patterns. And to me, art is like a mountain stream. It doesn't just go straight, to one place. It kind of, moves around rocks and explores different routes down the mountain, and that's the way I kind of like my art to be.
Was there any
if I wanted everything exact, I would just take a photograph.
Yeah, there you go. Any particular artists you found inspiring back then?
Well, I like Robert Crumb and his comics. I love some of Rick Griffin's stuff, where he did the Grateful Dead covers, and some of the Grateful Dead covers, and Roger Dean, he did the logo for the group Yes, and I think just about anybody can picture that logo. He just did such a wonderful job on that. It's a lot of good influence out there during those years.
What I plan to do, after we talk is I'm going to add some links to the show page, so that it links back to your account at DeviantArt. Is that going to be okay with you? Because
yeah, that'd be wonderful. I'd love.
So, what kind of art do you mostly enjoy doing, David?
Well, lately I've been doing a lot of historical pieces. A lot of it is commission, where someone wants all the major events that took place, either like the year they were born, or their child was born, or they graduated from college, or something big happened in their life that year, like marriage, and I've really been enjoying it because it's given me opportunity. I'm learning so much history by doing these pieces, logos of different things that took place.
Those are really interesting pieces you put up there, and they do have like a lot of history to them. How do you research that, like a particular year, and then
yes,
put it together?
I do research online for a particular year. Like right now, I'm working on a 1965, and it's a fun year. The Mustang came out, Pampers were patented, and the game Operation came out. So fun things. I try to put some real historical things, and then some things that are just unique.
But if you had a dream project of your own, what would that be?
I've never done anything really large, and I would like to do a mural of some sort. I think like a big wall graffiti type mural. Yeah, yes.
On the side of a building or something like that.
It would be a challenge, and it'd be fun, and it would be something that not just something you go see. It's something that a part of a building, a part of people's lives that they see every day.
Well, that makes me think of the work we did together, like the animations. I hadn't even thought to ask you about that, but me and you, we did a little music video, and that's the first thing we worked. That was fun. Is there like a certain message that you try to communicate through your art?
Well, on the historical pieces I've been doing, there's some really rough things that take place. Like 65 is when the first combat troops went to Vietnam. And I try to put those important things in there, but I also want to put things like Woolly Bully in there to lighten the mood and to let people know that, no matter what's going on in your life or in a certain period of time, there's always going to be something good and joyful and fun that you can focus on also.
Yeah, like this year, the elections. Yay, that was joyful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was up till, I think it was like 2:30 in the morning listening to stuff.
Yeah, the results coming in.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I had to wait for the speeches. And, I think to help the arts, the whole art community in all different avenues, poetry or public radio and the whole bit, we really needed to keep Obama in there.
Anyway, I don't want to really take a turn towards politics, but it is worth
I know, I've
mentioning.
been trying to avoid that.
There was an election just yesterday, so. Anyway, I'm going to start this poetry piece, and then I'm going to get right back to you. This piece here is called Crying at the Poetry Reading, and it's by Robert Walker.
Crying at the poetry reading. There is a poet crying. She read her poem earlier. Now it is not her turn to read. It's her time to cry. Perhaps the cheap cardboard wine loosened a sad memory, sent it spilling onto the floor, a moan leaking from her eyes. The other poets ignore her, embarrassed. Dictionaries with hair, bowerbirds of words. After all, she's had her turn. Besides, they prefer their emotions to be distilled to an essence, boiled away to leave a black residue on white paper.
Wow, that was Crying at the Poetry Reading by Robert Walker. And we're getting right back to my guest here, David. And David, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Anyway, have you ever thought about going back to school and studying more art or like a different form of medium?
Well, years ago I went to took courses in technical art. And I got bored with that. Took some classes at the art museum in Atlanta, some weekend courses, and thoroughly enjoyed that. But at the time, it was a great expense to go there. Right now, I'm at home. I'm on disability. I had some health problems, and my art is my work I go to every day to help me keep my sanity. I kind of enjoying it that way.
Your blog, your journal there on DeviantArt, and it was saying something about your leg, like you broke your leg or something like that.
Yeah, I was already on disability, and then I broke my leg. And I get around all right, but if I do much walking, I have to use a cane. And I was using a cane before I broke my leg, so life is life. What can we say?
So you got some chickens there at home?
We've got
reading about
lots of chickens. I got lots of chickens. Got chickens and roosters. I got a lot of roosters. That's the problem you get when you get chickens. When you get little bitties, you don't know what sex they are, and then they all get names, and they're all pets, and they all jump in your lap, and you find out half of them are roosters, and I don't know.
And then you don't get the legs there, and you got just a bunch of roosters running around.
Yeah, do you go kill Mr. Bojangles? He's already got a name. So we've got two different pens. We got pens with roosters, and we got pens with hens, and we got pens with hens has a little banty rooster in there that just appeared one day. It started living in a tree near our chicken pens, and then one day he just flew over the fence, moved in with the hens, and has been there ever since.
Huh. That's funny. I've thought about getting chickens myself. I guess you live in the woods, something like that?
Yeah, we got 4 acres and live out here in the middle of it, and pretty much surrounded by woods. Have a garden area outside.
I've seen like it's like you do some photographic type artwork where you do something out in the land that you're on or something, and then you photograph it. What's that about?
Well, I kind of like to make where I live a little oasis, and we've got a fountain in the yard. We've got some little sculptures. We've got things all throughout the woods. It's just fun. The mannequin that you see, that's hilarious. For years, I was in the book business. I was a district manager, and when I quit working, one of the stores up north decided that they would be really funny, and I got that mannequin piece by piece in the mail. You know, one day I get a hand, one day I get a head. They had a lot of fun with it, and I did too. I had to take it off the porch because it startled you. You open the door and there's someone standing there. So she ended up out in the woods.
Do you ever do any sculpture type work, or is it all just drawing or painting, or what do you do?
I do some woodwork. I've made some furniture and enjoying. Right now, I've been cleaning our garage. I have this huge garage, 1,500 square foot garage, and it's bigger than my house. We've been cleaning through that, and I've been making things from the junk I find, like coat racks and stuff like that. Just having fun with the things around you. You know, we don't always have to go to the art store to find supplies. We just need to use our imagination, and we can do some crazy things.
That's right. So you've been having not to get like totally off topic here, but I read you were having problems with a neighbor's dog, like in your
it was. Yeah, their dog kept getting out, getting our chickens, and I was so mad. I'd lost my temper. I hadn't taken my medication, and I shouldn't have ever crossed the property line. And I went over there yelling. They called the police. And, Peaceful Dave all of a sudden was the evil one, and for trespassing, the police were calling on me for trespassing, going over there to tell them about their dog killing my chickens.
And then the policeman told you to shoot their dog the next time it came on your property.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's the solution.
I don't own a gun.
Instead of talking to your neighbors, just shoot their dog. That's the solution.
And and I felt bad that I lost my temper, and I wrote them a letter, apologized, and put up electric fence. I figured if they weren't going to do something,
you did?
I was going to do something. Yeah, I put up electric fence.
Well, that'll probably work.
The dogs haven't been over, so I feel, they say good fences make good neighbors. Maybe that's true.
Yeah, well, I mean, the dog, the people are responsible for the dog. The dog's just a dog, The dog's just going to keep coming over until it finds out it can't, Can't really blame a dog, but the people got to be held responsible for their pets.
Yeah, a dog's just going to be a dog. He sees a bird running around, he's going to go kill it. We would love to have free-range chickens, but we can't. I'm not going to chance it. I'm not going to tempt the dog.
Well, I got another poetry piece here, and if you'll hold on, I'm going to play it. It's a quick one. I'll be right back with you, David.
Those sweet words we shared between us, the vault of heaven has concealed in its heart. One day, they will pour down like rain. One day they will pour down like rain. One day they will pour down like rain. Those sweet words we shared between us, the vault of heaven has concealed in its heart. One day they will pour down like rain. Our secrets will germinate in the soil of this universe.
That was Those Sweet Words by Snowflake. And we're back on with David. Hey, thanks for participating in my interview here, David. It was really nice talking to you in person. We've been online friends, I guess, 6-8 months now, and it's been fun. I look forward to working on another project here with you in the future sometime. Maybe another animation or or who knows what, just another collaboration. It was a fun project we did. Maybe I'll post a link to that on YouTube, so people can see what we worked on together. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the show up, buddy.
All righty.
I sure do appreciate your time. Yeah, you too. Probably going to have you on the show again sometime if you're interested.
Sure, just let me know.
I really appreciate you calling in. You have a great one, sir.
You too. Bye-bye.
And that was my friend from DeviantArt. His name is David, and he goes by the name HerbFellow. And you've been listening to Emergence, and I'd like to leave you with my intro music on the way out.
Inspiration ignites an invisible channel that opens between machine and soul. Fingers become mere extensions, hands only servants to a vast silent source, unseen yet irrefutable. I let go and lose any separate identity from this infinite fountain that pours a river of heaven through me. We merge like the star, whose golden cups paint the universe. Her creation absolves time. Now, emerging from conscious undercurrent, art is born.